Hey guys, Tom Davis here, America's Canine Educator. Today, I'm going to go grab one of our board and trains, Holley. She is a pit bull. She's the sweetest thing in the whole world, and I'm going to show you guys a couple tips and tricks on how to introduce the e-collar properly for the first session, and we'll see how she does. So we'll go grab her. So the first thing we're going to do is introduce the e-collar, super low level, as discussed in many of my other e-collar videos. This is an introduction for anybody out there that's wanting to get into e-collar training. This isn't a full tutorial on how to do the e-collar. It's just a quick tutorial on how to introduce the e-collar properly. So today I'm using the e-collar technology mini educator. Put it on her. If it's too tight, it's just right. That's the saying anyway. You just want to make sure it's really tight. Not too tight where it's hurting her, obviously, but tight enough to where it's against her skin and the contact points are on her skin so she can feel the stimulation. So what I like to do is put it on a 2 or a 3, and then what you do is you lock it, and then it's locked right at 3. So it can't go up, it can't go down. So that's the level I'm going to use. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to drop this little slip leash here, and I'm going to just introduce the e-collar. I'm going to tap. Holley, come. Yes, good girl. Sit. Good. Now every single time I tap the e-collar, I'm going to raise my arm, break, so you guys know when I'm hitting the e-collar, okay? So she's offering me behaviors because she wants the food. Holley, come. Yes, good girl. Sit. Break. Good. Good. So that's one way you guys can start it, is have the dog away from you in a small area, and you tap the remote until they come to you. And in this case, Holley understands very clearly with the e-collar because we introduced it I think 2 days ago with her. I would have liked to do this video a little bit sooner, but it's better than nothing. So I just wanted to show you guys how you guys can also do it on the leash. So the goal right now is for her to get away from me, and I'm going to tap the collar and get her attention with the e-collar. It is not corrective. Anybody out there watching this video, this is not a correction tool. We are not using this to correct the dog right now. We are strictly using this as a communication tool. Holley, come. Yes, good girl. Sit. Yes. Good. Break. Good. Holley, come. Yes. Good girl. Sit. Yes. Break. So having this small hallway gives me a great success rate by having her not able to basically escape or get away from me. So it's a really good start to your dog training with the e-collar because she has to stay in this lane. And so it sets us up for success big time. Holley, come. Good girl. Sit. No. Sit. Yep. Sit. Yes. Good. Break. And so every single time I'm hitting the e-collar, I'm saying a command. So they're simultaneously going together. So I want this to basically be like a little cell phone. So I indicate that the indication is the stimulation that she's feeling from the e-collar, and then after I ask her to do a behavior. So the stimulation comes in. She turns around and says, what? I say, come, boom, she comes to me, it shuts off. So it's a communication device that you can utilize in all your dog training, and it's really, really nice. Heel, tap. Good. Heel. Good. Holley, sit. Good. Heel. Heel. Sit. Good. Stay. Holley, come. Good girl. Come. Yes. Break. Good. So again, guys, this is just one way to start it. This isn't the only way. It's just something out there for you guys. It drives me crazy when I see people doing the e-collar training as a strict aversive as the introduction. If that's the way you do all your e-collar training, that's fine, but don't expect the dog to love the e-collar. So there's many different ways to do it, but this is just an introduction of how I do it. So here again, Holley, come. Yes, good girl. Good, break. Good. So I'm gonna give her a break, and so I guess the next step would be her being away from me. I'm gonna tap the e-collar, not say anything, and see if she responds, which then tells me that her response time to the e-collar sensation on a low level is super clear, that she understands that that e-collar means either come or I want you to do something. So it's an indication that I am trying to get her to do something. So that's exactly where you want to be when you're asking yourself if your dog knows the e-collar or they don't, is you get the dog away from you, turn on the e-collar, don't say anything, she comes to you, you're in great shape. That's where you need to be. So I'm just going to take a little bit of food here, throw it that way. Get her away from me for a second. Yes, good girl. Good girl. Good. So we're going to try that again. I'm just going to wait for her to disengage with me. Yes, good girl. Good girl. Good. Break. So right there, I was able to turn the e-collar on, and she came back to me, which then she's checking in with me, which is exactly where I want it to be. So anyway, this is a couple tips on how to introduce the e-collar at a very clinical study. Nothing really else going on. You start in a small space, tap, and say the command at the same exact time, and that's one way to do it. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, like this video if it helped, share it with your friends, and thank you guys so very much for watching. Peace.